If somebody paid me $1 million to show up as my best self this morning, what would I do? How would I dress? How would it look? Would I have my makeup done? Would my hair be done? Would I be in ugly clothes? Like, would I look presentable?
How are you showing up? Like,
Mhm.
are you consistent with it? Are you putting yourself out there? Are you actually putting in the work? Like, if you have that talent, but you're not being consistent and putting in the work and putting yourself in the right places, then it's almost like pointless.
That's the only thing you can control is how you show up for yourself, when, and the amount of times that you do. And then the universe, fate, God, whatever you want to call it, will place everything else that you want in front of you. Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Today it is just me and Sam again, ranting. We were here last week, so actually we've been pretty consistent with recording because usually we'd wait 2 weeks, but here we are again in the studio.
Yeah, so let's get right into it. We've been talking a lot about routines. It's been a theme of the podcast for a couple months now, especially now that we're in, I hate saying we're in the new year. Like, I say that literally up until like June. But anyways, especially now that we're in the new year, I really want to perfect the routines that we have. And I think that the nighttime routine I have is pretty good. And I kind of want to run it down with you guys because a lot of what we've been sharing, products we've been sharing on our socials and just like habits that we have, we've gotten a lot of questions about in our DMs. So I'm like, let me just give a rundown of what my nighttime routine looks like. I think that one of the most important things you can do for yourself is have a healthy nighttime routine so that you can wake up feeling good and better. And I'm going to run it down with you. So pretend you're in my shoes right now. This is what you're going to do. First, once you're done watching TV, you're done doing your things for the night, you're going to make yourself some sort of soothing tea. My favorite brand is actually, I have it in my purse because you never know when you're going to need tea, is Traditional Medicinals. This one is the Belly Comfort Peppermint. So I make a tea with whatever I'm feeling. So if I'm feeling bloated, I'll either do peppermint or I'll do the weightless one. If I'm feeling like a little bit sick, I'll do an immunity one like a ginger or a cinnamon. Then
Is that Smooth Move brand?
No, there's also Smooth Move from Traditional Medicinals, but I usually use that in the morning to, get it going. Then you're going to take your supplements. So the supplements I'm taking right now at nighttime are omega-3. Make sure that they have DHA and EPA in it. The ones from Costco have that. Honestly, there are better brands for omega-3, so you can go to Healthy Planet and get those as well. And then I'm also taking a magnesium at night. Then you're going to do your oral care. What I do is I tongue scrape at night and in the morning. I'm obsessed with it now. I literally scrape the shit out of my tongue. And then you're going to brush your teeth, obviously, and floss. Then you're going to moisturize your body with your favorite moisturizer. Honestly, I am not afraid to say that I neglected my body hydration for a number of years. And within the last year, I've been obsessed with moisturizing my body before bed. And I know that this is probably something a lot of people do anyways, or maybe not, but that's what you're going to do. I don't like using anything oily because, when you get into the bed, you're all oily and slimy and it touches your sheets. So you're going to use a nice, creamy moisturizer. I'm using CeraVe right now, just simple. Next, I'm going to do my skincare routine. I won't go through it all. It's honestly not that complicated. I think when you simplify it, it's best. One of my favorite key things that I'm using, though, is the Skin Fix Barrier Cream.
Oh, I saw that on TikTok.
Fran has the
oil cleanser.
The cleanser, and I'm using the cream. It's very good. From there, this is where it gets a little different, for me at least, in terms of what I've been implementing the last couple of months. From there, we're going to tape our face. So we are going to go in with either scar tape or Japanese face tape, and you're going to tape your face in different areas. I would encourage you to go look up some videos on where exactly to tape it for what you're looking to do. I tape on my smile lines here, and I tape along my, whatever these are called here, and then my forehead. I really like the way that it looks in the morning. Could it be placebo? Maybe, but I don't think it is. I think it genuinely has been smoothing my lines because when you're sleeping, you're tossing and turning for 8 hours. And if you sleep on your back the whole night, great. But I personally sleep on my side, or I turn around, or my head in my pillow.
The pillow, sometimes you feel the pillow dragging your face down.
Yeah, you do. And it really does drag your face down. So having this all there makes everything feel smooth. I take it off in the morning. My skin just looks smoother and more supple. And then my favorite part of my nighttime routine, which has arguably been showing me the most difference physically, is mouth tape. I personally use the Mintier mouth tape. I brought it here today just to show you guys. This is a new little pack. I got a fresh pack. So yeah, the brand is Mintier. I used this for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I actually sent a picture of me with mouth tape on, my hair up, and face tape on to my mom, my sister, in a group chat, and they were literally like, "What is on your face?" They were scared for my life, but
She looked like she was like being held hostage.
I looked
or
like I was
a zombie. Like she just looked like she just rose up from the dead and she couldn't speak. She was like, what the heck is on your mouth?
I'm gonna just open this to show you guys what it looks like really quick. So this was on my mouth. Just imagine this on my mouth, face tape, hair up,
in like the rod,
hair in the rods,
rod.
like doing heatless curls. My face is, the rest of my face is all shiny, and I send this picture to them. Anyways, mouth tape. I need to read you guys some of the benefits because I know that a lot of people are a little bit skeptical with mouth tape, and I don't blame you. I was really scared at first because I'm like, what if my nose gets stuffy and I can't breathe and I die in my sleep? But that's kind of a misconception. There are a lot of health benefits. First of all, you're encouraging breathing through your nose, which has so many benefits in itself. My throat always gets dry in the morning, especially in the winter. And this is why I'm saying this has been probably one of the most, like intense transformations in my nighttime routine because I'm waking up feeling better. Like my throat isn't hurting. It's not dry. So that's number one. Number two, it helps with oral care. Obviously, you don't want nasty morning breath, and this helps with it because your mouth is closed the whole night. If you're mouth breathing the whole night, it's not going to be good for you in the morning. So there's that, which I don't think I had bad breath in the morning to begin with. So anyways, then there's also, it helps you not snore, obviously, because you're breathing through your nose. I don't usually snore, but sometimes I have disordered breathing at nighttime. So it helps with that. And then that naturally makes you less fatigued when you wake up in the morning. I've been feeling like I have more energy and again, just feeling good and feeling like I got a better night's sleep with it. And then there's this. I've been seeing everywhere people showing transformations with their jaw. And it's not that it's going to transform your jaw and give you like, make it look like you have jaw filler or anything like that. After doing research and experiencing it myself, when you breathe through your nose, your tongue naturally rests on the top of your mouth. So breathe through your nose. Try taking your tongue off the top of your mouth. You can't. It's like not natural.
You can, but it feels like really weird.
Like you'd have to force it. So when you're sleeping and your mouth is open, your tongue is hanging down and then you're losing the structure in your jaw here and your face elongates and over time, like you're losing the...
oh yeah, because remember that trick people say, like if you want to look more snatched, you go like that?
Yeah. So it helps you maintain facial symmetry is what it actually does in the long run, as opposed to like making it look like you have filler. It's actually maintaining your facial symmetry and your jaw structure. So we love that. That is one of the effects that I want to see after like a 30-day, 60-day period. So I want to give you guys the rundown because I'm going to do a little update after 30 days and after 60 days wearing mouth tape, see how it's been going for me in terms of like my jaw structure, but also like, is it actually helping me sleep long term? We shall see. But that is my nighttime routine. Also, I know we've been talking about it a lot and I want to share with you guys.
I've never been on the face tape trend. Like Sam has like tried to tell me about it and I'm just kind of like, like, I don't know how I feel about it. It also probably takes a lot of time to do that. And I'm just like, whatever. Not my thing. But for the mouth tape, I was like, I also saw transformations. And I saw a lot of people when we posted on our story, they reached out and were like, oh my God, that mouth tape's so good. Like it transformed my face. It's the best. I got a good night's sleep. So I'm also going to be hopping on this little 30-60 day transformational challenge here. And just, I guess, progress and seeing how it is. So we will keep you guys updated.
And also it's cute. It's honestly cute because it's in the shape of your lips. Like it's kind of cute. It kind of gives me Bratz vibes.
Yeah, like lip filler Bratz vibes.
Anyways, want to share that with you guys. Probably the staples. I would say if you need to pick, if this seems like an extensive nighttime routine for you, if you had to pick 3 things, I would say make yourself a tea. It really, really, really helps. Obviously, brush your teeth and use this mouth tape. If you're doing those 3 things, you can take your supplements in the morning, you can moisturize in the morning or after a shower, then you're good.
Okay, cool. Speaking of more of night routines, my night routine is basically the same thing. I've also been trying to moisturize my body more because I feel like my legs are really dry and my skin's really dry from like being outside during the day, and that when we were younger, actually, our mom used to like make it a point. Remember, mom used to like moisturize us.
Yeah.
Sounds weird, but like when we were like babies or like younger, like when we were like kids, she
No,
used to
but
like
our
always.
mom, yeah, she used to like specifically tell us to moisturize.
She used to always, like, literally after a shower. I remember being a kid. She'd be like, okay, moisturizer, and then she'd like tell me where to moisturize and how
With
to moisturize
Cetaphil?
with Cetaphil. And then like I continued that up until like high school. Like I get all like the cute scenting lotions, and like I'd make it a priority to moisturize my body. And then I just lost it. I just thought that skin, like my face, was like the best, the only thing that I had to moisturize or take care of. So yeah, moisturizer is really important. What is one thing in your night routine that you want to improve slash you feel like is not the best thing that you could be doing for your wind down or like bedtime?
My phone. I think me and Roman said that our phones are going to go away at like 8, 9 o'clock. Because sometimes, like, for
8
example,
is early.
tonight it's 8:30 right now. So it's like, but 9 o'clock, if we're home, it's a regular night. 9 o'clock, phones are going away. We tested it last night. The amount of times I went to go get my phone was insane. And he had to just keep reminding me there's nothing that's that important that like someone can't wait until the next day, because what happens
what
is
if like someone,
wait, then you'll call me.
yeah, you said no phones.
No, I just put it on a personal do not disturb.
Oh, okay.
And like I won't go on it, and I'll lock all my apps. If someone calls me, it's on ringer, so I'll get the call. But I need to not go on my phone, because I go on my phone, I'll see a text from Fran, from my mom. Can you watch the dogs? Can you do this? I'll check work. I'll look at how a clip is doing on the podcast, and then I have all these thoughts lingering in my head before bed. So that's what I'm trying to cut out, is no phone. After 9 o'clock, especially no phone.
I would say mine, actually, I don't know if it's a bad habit, but I've been doing like work right before bed. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like at like 10 o'clock, because usually I go to bed at 10:45. I've been starting at 10:45. At like 10 o'clock, I'll pull the laptop and do like outreach, or I'll do pod stuff, or I'll do like personal stuff before bed.
It's fine if you're doing it for yourself, but when you're doing it and then you're like asking me questions about it, like then you're like,
no, wait, this has nothing to do with you.
okay, I'm just
Like this is like what I feel like I think I should be cutting out is
I agree. You should cut that out.
doing work before bed, not because I'm bothering you, but because I feel like my mind's like racing about things I just did before I'm sleeping. So that's one thing.
Well,
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good with my phone at bed. I've been putting it like away from me and plugging it in like far away, so I literally cannot reach it.
But there are some people who do work at night better.
I know.
But then you can't do that and wake up early in the morning. You can't do both. You have to pick.
I woke up early this morning.
But I'm saying if you're someone who works and like you're working until midnight or something,
Well, you could. It's just probably like you don't get the best amount of sleep.
It's not sustainable. Like sleep has to be the most
I'm trying to
important.
actually think about a bad habit that I have before bed.
So another bad habit I kind of have before bed is like if I get really hungry.
Oh yeah, snack munchies before bed.
Yeah.
No, that's a bad thing, but I tend to lean towards the Oreos recently. I don't know what kind of
Oreos
drug is in Oreos recently, or if they've always just been that good.
No, they weren't, because I hated Oreos. I don't know.
Even before I came here, 5 Oreos in my, like, I just fucking stuffed it in my mouth.
You just stick to 3 because that's a serving size.
I was hungry. With milk too, like just dipping it in milk. And I eat my Oreos, but I always split them up and then like I lick the cream. Anyways.
I ate Oreos when I came over the other day. Okay, that's your nighttime routine?
Well, that's things I want to work on.
Okay, now I would bear with us. Everything's we have like a lot of like just like sporadic wellness stuff we want to talk about today. What?
Sorry, I love friends like this. Sorry. I asked my friend if I can borrow something to wear Saturday. I'm like, I don't have anything. It's supposed to be a bit fancier. Can I borrow something? And she sends me like 10 options. I just love people like that. Like, yeah, oh my God, I have this, that, and that. Like, so like willing to help. Sorry, I just made me really happy. I don't know why. Oh, what? I have like brain like wheels turning.
What? Oh, what?
No, I forgot. Go ahead.
Okay, journal prompts.
Okay.
I've been struggling with journal prompts. I want to know what you guys use. I can never stick to an actual guided journal. Like, I love the 5-minute journal, but I finished it and I kind of wanted to start free journal writing, like free writing in the mornings in my journal, just like making my mornings more for like creation. It's the start of the day. I want to like start positive. So I want to go through what my journal prompts have been and what has been working for me as somebody who has a very like over-consuming brain in the morning. Like that's just like already like everything's firing off. So that's what I do. I open my journal. Number 1 is I write down what I'm grateful for. Number 2 is I write down what I want to bring into the day. So, for example, today I said, universe, give me patience to deal with Fran today.
Okay.
And et cetera, et cetera. Or like, universe, I am bringing in, I'm cultivating kindness today. I want to try and like act with kindness today. Or like, I know I have a big presentation coming up. I want to bring in courage today. That sort of thing. Like just one thing. Like it doesn't have to be so complicated. And then the next thing is, what are the goals and what are the dreams I want to bring into today? So usually it's the same one. If it's like, I don't know, we want to get a certain brand deal that we've been really trying to get. Like I'll keep bringing in that same one, and then I'll add others if there are others into the day, literally until it happens, or until something similar happens where I'm like, the universe like gave me this, like I worked on it. So those are the 3. And then after that, because I don't know about anybody else, but like when I wake up in the morning and I look at my calendar that like I made from like a week ago, or like calendar blockings that I put in from before, I start to get overwhelmed because new things have come up. So what I've done is in my notes app in my phone, I made 4 different pillars of like things I need to hit every day.
Okay.
So this is what they are. So number 1 is content. Number 2 is priorities for the week. Number 3 is a 1-hour walk. And number 4 is non-work email time. So basically, after I do these journal prompts, my next prompt is, what can I fit in today? And then I'll go through those 4 things. And it goes, can I fit content in today? And I'll look at my calendar, because my calendar's already pre-established from like days before that I've put things in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be like, can I fit content into today? No, if I can't, I can. Like, and this helps me be realistic with myself. Instead of just being like, okay, I'm gonna make content today. I need to make content every single day. I am not just a content creator. Like, I have a lot of other things going on right now. Fran has other things, like, you know what I mean? So I just like want to be realistic with myself. The number 2 is priorities for the week, which basically I make a different list at the beginning of every week.
There's a lot of lists.
Yeah, I know. I'm a list person. At the beginning of every week, that basically just tells me everything that I'm trying to hit this week. So, for example, this week I have unpack, deposit money, pack a gym bag, look into continuing education. These are just random things that I hope to get to this week. It's not like I need to. So the second thing is, can I fit in any of these priorities? Oh, okay. Today I have time to unpack. Let me put that in there. Number 3 is a 1-hour walk, because I already have my gym time in there, but sometimes a 1-hour walk like needs to fall in somewhere else in the day. And then number 4 is I try and block off half an hour every single day to look at my emails that aren't like my day job work related. So keeping a Cento emails, personal emails, wedding emails, because I find that lately I've been like looking at them throughout the day, and it gets confusing. Or like Fran will be like, did you see this email? Or like I'll see an email come in from my personal account, or my wedding planner will be like, hey, I just sent you an email, and it gets too much. So I find like going through these staples every day and seeing where I can fit them in my calendar helps. If I can't, then the next day, if I didn't fit in non-work email time, then I'll for sure fit it in the next day. Does this make sense?
Yeah, it's very type A. Like, I would not, my brain is kind of like,
not really.
It is pretty type A. Like mine,
it's basically
like mine just every Sunday, I go in and I write down what I have to, like what has to be done.
But things are always changing, and that's where
then I'll just change it the day that it is. I'll like rearrange it so that it fits into my schedule. Because every day I want to check my emails. Every day I want to do
exactly, but like
certain things.
But like for me, I can't necessarily like check my email at the same time every day.
Neither can I.
Exactly. So that's why in the morning I go through these 4 things that are kind of like non-negotiables that I want to fit into my day, and figure out when can I fit them into my day, because I'm just trying to I'm just saying it from the perspective of I've been having a problem recently where like there's so much going on, and I'm getting so overwhelmed with like so many things firing in my brain that like if I have something to do, like if I say I'm sitting here and I need to edit for the podcast, then something fires in my brain, or I get a text about the wedding. I'm like, oh, okay, let me just go do that. And then like that, and then I'm not doing the thing that was originally in my schedule. Or, oh, shit, I need to go for an hour walk. Let me just go right now really quick. And I'll go for the walk, and I just neglected the thing that I was actually supposed to be doing. So if I actually take the time every morning and I'm like, for this specific day, where do these 4 things fit in? I feel like I actually do them.
That makes
sense. You know what I mean? If anyone else if anyone else couldn't follow that along, maybe I'm just like crazy, but like this is actually what's been working for me. Until it
I think
doesn't.
different things work for like for different people. I used to have journal prompts in the morning. I've just switched it to every time I take my morning walk, I do just like oral gratitude. Like I'll literally be walking and be like, today's a really good
Yeah, but
day.
you have a journal. I saw it.
That's for my nighttime journal.
I have a
I don't
nighttime
journal
one.
anymore in the morning. I just like speak it out loud. Like I'll like talk to like the universe or whatever. I talk out loud like about what I feel in the morning, like out loud. And I'll be like, today's a really good day. Today I'm grateful for this, that, and the other. Today my heart is open, my mind is open, I'm open to new abundances. Like I'll just speak it out loud as I'm walking. And then at night I have 3 prompts. What went well today? What didn't go so well? And what did you learn? I keep it very simple. Like just very kind of like
I'm opposite. At night, I have no prompts. I just like
I brain dump at night. In the morning, I can't brain dump. I'm like, I don't feel like fucking brain dumping. I'm like, I just want to talk. As I'm talking to a friend, I'll just talk to myself out loud. Like, I don't feel like writing. Like it's like it's annoying.
I just like that. I just like to. I don't do it every single. I don't actually do the journal prompts every single morning. I do this every single morning where I'll like look and go through my calendar. But like the gratitude manifestations, I only do that, and I think I spoke about this on a podcast before, when I'm feeling creative. If I'm waking up in the morning, I'm feeling like I don't have anything, I don't feel anything, then I'm not going to sit there and stare at my book and just be like, okay, I need to.
Yeah, but that's why talking out loud also is good.
Yeah.
You can just like say it out loud.
Yeah, that too. But like, I also just, I feel like starting the morning with like pen to paper and just like, I don't know, you know? And another thing that actually Mel Robbins said is to start the morning with sunlight on your face, which is so fucking annoying because it's cold here.
Cold walks hit different, let me tell you. If you really
don't. I did that.
If you really bundle up,
I got windburn.
I love it. Something so therapeutic about a cold walk. Like you bundle up, you have your headphones on, and it's like you're in the zone. Like the cold weather just kind of gets you like, fuck, I'm here. Like I might as well just walk. Like whatever. Like kind of like that kind of vibe. I don't know. I like it. I was listening to Mel Robbins' most recent podcast, and she said
about
something.
Alcohol?
No, about 3 questions to ask yourself.
Oh yeah, I listened to that today.
Oh my god, okay. The one thing she said about that $1 million thing, like that fucking struck a chord with me.
Yeah. Oh, how it's like if
someone gave you $1 million,
to do it, would you do it?
So yeah, the question that she was talking about was like, if you're like lazy or unmotivated, not lazy, but unmotivated to do something, or you know, you don't feel like doing something, or you know that you're not bringing your best foot forward or your best self to the task that you're doing or the job. She said, ask yourself, if somebody gave you $1 million to do what you're doing, how would you do that? And I was thinking, I was like, that can apply to literally fucking everything. Like,
yeah,
like the podcast. If I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do outreach today, or like, oh, I don't feel like editing a clip. If someone gave me $1 million to do it, how would I do this work right now? And yeah, people might be like, oh, money is not like the only motivator. It's not. To a lot of people, it is. Like that's an incentive. And she was saying how it taps into that like untapped potential that you have, that you know is there. You're just not using it because you're not really motivated to use it. And that, I think, starting tomorrow, I'm going to start asking myself that when I wake up in the morning. Like, if somebody paid me $1 million to show up as my best self this morning, what would I do? How would I dress? How would it look? Would I have my makeup done? Would my hair be done? Would I be in ugly clothes? Like, would I look presentable? Would I make sure to brush my teeth really good? Like, just, I don't know, that question, like, really, the other 2 questions were like, hey, But like that question was...
That was like one of the first questions. And it also like makes you think about like really anything you do in life. Like
literally anything.
I feel like a lot of people stop. She also said this, that a lot of people stop because of external factors.
Mm-hmm.
And they blame like external factors on like why they don't have motivation. And now this is my thought on that. I don't think anything worth having actually takes motivation. You are not going to be motivated to achieve that big, shiny goal dream. Like, you're not going to be motivated to do that every day. You're not. Mm-hmm. And I was telling someone this the other day because they felt like they were kind of down and out about something that they were trying to achieve. And they're like, I don't have the motivation. Like, I don't know. I did have the motivation, but now I don't. And I'm like, you can't rely on motivation to get to your goals. Like, you can't, because I wake up most mornings, I'm not motivated. Mm-hmm. The only way motivation is going to come is once you start seeing results. And the only way you'll start seeing results is if you are consistent. And like, honestly, not to toot our own horn, but I think the podcast is an example of that. Like, I'm not always motivated to like record an episode, especially today when I was literally driving through the tundra, snowstorm to get here. I literally thought 4 times about like, should I just turn around and just like let Fran do it? Because I literally can't. But I was like, recording this episode is me and us staying consistent to like
showing up for yourself.
Yeah, what our bigger goal is. So that's what's also tapping into tapping into that untapped potential is. It's being consistent. And then Mel Robbins also made this point about I guess it was her daughter. Her daughter's trying to be like a music artist, and like there's struggle in becoming a music artist, or really like anything, like an actor, anything. But like let's take a music artist for example. There's a lot of people out there with really good singing voices. I can name 3 people on the top of my head who I know who, if they stood in front of like a producer and sang, they would be like, let's sign you on a record label. But it's not about like really how good you are at singing. That's not the only thing. It's like, how are you showing up? Like, are you consistent with it? Are you putting yourself out there? Are you actually putting in the work? Like, if you have that talent, but you're not being consistent and putting in the work and putting yourself in the right places, then it's almost like pointless.
Yeah. I think the biggest lesson I've learned these last few months, especially within the new year, is like the best thing that you can do for yourself is show up for yourself. Like that's the only thing you can control is how you show up for yourself, when, and the amount of times that you do. And then the universe, fate, God, whatever you want to call it, will place everything else that you want in front of you. Like that will just come naturally once you always just show up for yourself. And I always remind myself of that every morning. Like, all I can control today is how I show up for myself. All I can control is what I do and how consistent I am. And it's like a change of mindset. Like that's all you can control. And then the universe just controls the rest.
Yeah, I agree. Another thing that's been kind of, okay, so basically, I kind of said, I've been having a lot of over-consuming thoughts lately. I do think I have ADHD. I haven't.
Sorry to cut you off. I saw this TikTok I was going to send to you, but I was mad at you. Maybe I did send to you. This ADHD therapist was like, that trend, oh, you're so funny. Thanks. And it says like, thanks. She goes, thanks. I used to say, good night, mom. Sweet dreams. See you tomorrow 3 times to make sure they don't die the next day. You did that. When I slept with Sam at my Nana and Nana's, or at my Nana's house, you should go, night, mom. Love you. Sweet dreams. See you tomorrow. Constant. It was every night. Like she did not miss a beat. Like every night. That's a sign of ADHD, apparently.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Repetitiveness.
I have a lot of signs of ADHD.
So do I, to be fair. But
I'm not. I haven't been formally diagnosed. A lot of doctors, I think, kind of. You have to like really push to get certain tests to diagnose it. But lately,
there's a self.
Yeah, I know.
Diagnosis that our doctor gave us, because he was like, a lot of people can actually self-diagnose. Like,
yeah, it said yes. It said I had it when I self-diagnosed it with that test.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would like to go through like actual neurological. I don't know. I want to understand my brain more. Lately, I've been having really, really, really just like, I don't know how to explain it other than like intrusive, firing thoughts in my brain, and kind of like how I was saying before, where like I'll be doing something, but then my brain is like, oh, but you need to go walk the dog. Okay, let me go walk the dog. Wait, no, maybe I should walk the dog later, and then right now I can do this other thing. Okay, let me do this other thing. Oh, wait, but I still need to walk the dog. Oh, but what am I going to take out for dinner tonight? And it just keeps going and going and going and going. And that's why I rely so heavy on my calendar. Everyone makes fun of me, but like I need to, because I can just be like, okay, calm the fuck down. What does my calendar say? My calendar says it's leg day. So I'm going to go to the gym and do leg day for this hour, and then I'll follow it from there on out. But like, it's obviously not as easy as that. Like when your brain is firing thoughts, it's firing thoughts. Even while I'm doing the thing that my calendar says, it feels like I'm not like in the moment doing it. Like I could be doing it, but my brain is thinking about all of these other things.
Yeah, but to the point of the calendar, like you also need to learn not to be so reliant on a calendar, which is something I learned, because if something changes in schedule, how are you going with the flow? If you're so reliant on a calendar telling you, sorry, you can't go, I don't know, visit someone at the hospital today because you're supposed to be at the gym. It's like,
I don't use it to that extent. Like I can change it if something comes up that I know is more priority. But I'm saying like in terms of like trying to keep my thoughts organized, like I need to get back to all these wedding vendors. Okay, let me do that right now. No, let me set aside time to do that. So I set aside time on my calendar. But then it starts coming up in my brain again until it actually comes up in the calendar. Mm-hmm. So then I'm just like, might as well do it now. But right now, I need to be at work doing these other things. You know what I mean? So it like just, so like I've been struggling a lot with that. lately, and I've been using actually the 5-4-3-2-1 method, which I'm not gonna lie, I thought was stupid at first. I was like, this isn't anything
That's what I
revolutionary.
said last episode.
Oh, is it?
That's for waking up in the
Right,
morning.
but I've been using it for other things.
Hmm.
So like if I'm thinking like right now what I'm supposed to be doing and what I'm scheduled to be doing and like what I want to be doing is work. Like I need to get to these work emails, but I'm thinking about I need to walk the dogs, but I can really walk the dogs later. I go 5-4-3-2-1 and I'll just like get into what I need to do. And it actually like I don't know what it is. Like maybe
She goes into it. It's like a scientific thing.
It helps. It actually really helps. So
you know what also helps that I learned on a manifestation podcast is when you say to your brain, okay, what are you gonna think about next? And there's nothing. You like ask yourself, what are you gonna think about next? And like you can't like think about something when you ask yourself that.
I bet you I could.
Think about it now. Like ask
my
yourself
brain
that.
literally just said, I don't know.
See? And then you just keep asking it until like you just don't think about anything anymore.
I just wonder if other people struggle with that. Like it almost like burns you out without you actually having to my brain burns me out.
It's like mentally burnt out.
And like then it's like a fight with myself in my brain. But I've been basically trying to use all of these tools, kind of like I explained, calendar, the 5-4-3-2-1, all of that to try and like help me be at peace with whatever I need to be doing in that moment. But I'll keep you guys updated on this whole like ADHD diagnosing journey. And yeah.
One last thing before we wrap up. My friend and I were speaking the other day, and she was just telling me how she was in the shower and like she noticed a lot of hair loss. She was like, when you brush your hair, like, do you lose a lot of hair? I'm like, yeah, kind of actually. Part of me thinks it's because the extensions are just weighing down on my hair, and the older I get, the more brittle my hair is getting. But I wear extensions because my hair is like getting more brittle. Everyone's like, why do you wear extensions? You have such like thick hair. I'm like, well, because it's not as thick anymore. But I just feel like hair loss in general is like something that women kind of struggle with because it's kind of embarrassing since women place such a large value on their hair, and like it means a lot to them.
Yeah.
My hair means the world to me. Like if I get a shit haircut or a bad haircut, like I'm crying. Like I'm not crying over it, but I
get depressed when I look in the shower after I do a whole hair routine. There's like a glob of hair, and I feel like it gets bigger and bigger every time I shower, and I start to get like anxiety.
Yeah, or like you brush it out and you see like a big chunk, and you're like, holy shit, like my hair's actually falling out. So yeah, and I always just think like there's nothing really out there for women, like a true solution. It's always just kind of like things to cover it up, like extensions
or like the spray,
wigs,
like,
get spray, get the root touch up from L'Oreal or whatever. Put a hat, like just like temporary kind of solutions until I found something when I was doing some research that kind of seemed a little bit more like personal and personalized, like to and for women. And it's the idea that like something works with your hair and not just a quick fix. Like it's targeted for women.
How?
So yeah, it's actually a serum. It's called MD Hair. So it's a serum that actually works with your hair. It's tailored to women. It's targeted. It's not like this quick fix solution. And I thought that it was a really cool product. So I told my friend, I'm like, check out MD Hair because I heard that it is a serum. I'm going to try it out myself as well, see how it goes. And I'm excited because the research looked really good. And yeah, I just feel like
I'm looking it up right now. It says it's developed by dermatologists too, so that's a plus because a lot of like your hair growth has to do with your scalp, and your scalp is your like is on your skin.
And you can take a picture. I saw you can take a picture of your scalp and like send it in, and they do like this analysis on it. So yeah,
I'm gonna definitely steal some from Fran and try it out because I definitely need it. Especially before the wedding, if I want to wear my hair up in any way, I want to make sure it looks full and nice. So. Definitely.
Yeah, that was just a little.
Oh, it looks like you take a quiz. Okay, take the quiz tonight.
But yeah, guys, that is, I think all we have.
Yeah, that's all we have for today. We had a little ranty rant, just wellness, how we're feeling, how we're doing. Our next episode.
Oh, so I'm excited for the next episode because it's been a long time coming. We are going to have a cycle specialist, I'll say, on the podcast.
Cycle as in menstrual cycle.
Yeah. There's been a lot of talk and a lot of our audience has been interested in when we were talking about like periods and organic tampons and cycles and like women health kind of stuff. And we are not experts on that subject. Like we can talk about opinions and our experiences, but we wanted someone to talk like really in depth about womanhood and just like that part of womanhood. So yeah, we are very excited. She's coming on next week. So stay tuned for that. That will be a big episode all about peas, the P word.
All right, guys, thank you for watching, and we will talk to you next time.